so much more to go. Take a look at our championship triple header coming up here at Love and Warren. It's going to start real quickly with Ricky De Los Santos taking on Kevin Walsh for the vacant WBC U.S. Silver Featherweight title. This is going to be an absolute, well, I've been waiting all night for this one. And then in our co-main event, we've got Carlos Gonzalez, the reigning NABA featherweight champion, taking on Alexander Espinoza from Nicaragua, trying to put the belt and that undefeated record on the line. And then, of course, in our main event, Speedy Rashidi Ellis, one of the rising stars in New England, new acquisition for CES Boxing. Again, another fighter that we talked about, Ray, who came to CES by way of Team Combat League, and now he's here tonight making his second appearance overall with the promotion. He takes on Jose Angulo. This one is for the vacant WBC U.S. Silver Welterweight Championship. And again, Rashidi Ellis is the guy. He's 25-1. He's got the big record. Took one close majority decision loss and is looking to get back in the World Championship picture. I think with a win tonight, maybe one more after that, he's in the conversation.
This fight here, if he wins, will open the door. Now he has to step through it with another big win after that one. You know, the fight here, which everybody's wanting to see, Santos and Walsh. Oh my God.
This next fight, I'm going to tell you something right now. Don't take a commercial, don't take a bathroom break, don't take a snack break, nothing. Stay right here with us on DAZN. This next fight is going to be worth the price of admission.
Fight fans, it's now time for our first of 3 title fights tonight. Let's welcome our first challenger to the ring, Kevin Walsh.
Here comes the undefeated King Kevin Walsh from Brockton, Massachusetts, 15-0. 8 of those wins by knockout. He has been on an incredible streak of late. He's never lost a pro fight. Here's a fighter, Ray, who had a late start. He had a short amateur career. He jumped to the pros quickly, knowing that time was not on his side. But man, has he made the most of it.
I don't like when fighters say time's not on my side. You rush into it. You don't rush. You don't rush to meet a girl of your life. Take your time. You're cautious. Yeah, you go a little bit faster, but you're cautious. Be cautious. But you know what? He shut me up all the time, Kevin Walsh.
Absolutely. And anytime that I've slightly doubted King Kevin Walsh, and I apologize for every doubting him, he has come through swimmingly. We thought that last fight against Irvin Gonzalez would have been the toughest of his career, and he dispatched of Irvin Gonzalez in 4 rounds. That's a fighter who had an amateur pedigree.
And his opponent,
as good as anybody.
Making his way to the ring, the champion, Ricky De Los Santos.
And here comes Ricky De Los Santos, the reigning silver featherweight champion. Ricky won that in his last bout, and he had to take some time off, unfortunately, after that fight. That was here in February of 2024 against Nathan Martinez, and then he has some time off due to a hand injury, so this is going to be the first defense of De Los Santos' title. Ricky is 35 years old, another late bloomer in boxing, won his first 10 fights before he suffered an upset loss to Jason Vargas in 2022. And he's come back strong. In only 2 fights since then, he's already got a WBC belt around his waist and is making the most of those opportunities. And this is certainly an interesting concept. You've got De Los Santos, who has not been as active as Walsh, but you have Kevin Walsh fighting at 126 for the first time in his career. He's typically been a super lightweight, a super featherweight rather, and has also fought as heavy as 135. In fact, Walsh holds New England titles at both 135 and 130, and tonight trying to win a belt at 126. It should be exciting. Let's send it to Adam Palazzo for the official introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following fight is scheduled for 10 rounds in the featherweight division and is for the WBC U.S. Silver Featherweight title. Introducing first, the challenger, fighting out of the blue corner. Wearing the red, white, and gold trunks. He weighed in at 125.5 pounds. His pro record, perfect. 15 wins, no losses, with 8 big victories by way of knockout. He currently holds 2 Division U.S. New England Championships. Hailing from the fighting city of Brockton, Massachusetts. Ladies and gentlemen, King Kevin Walsh. the champion, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the black and white trunks. He weighed in at 126 pounds. His pro record, 12 wins, 1 loss, with 3 big victories by knockout. Hailing from Pawtucket, Rhode Island, ladies and gentlemen, the champion, Ricky Santos. The man in charge of the action when the bell rings, Mr. Arthur Mercanti.
Here's our tail of the tape. Both fighters coming in at the weight limit. Kevin Walsh actually came in at 125 yesterday for the first time in his career. This fight, Ray, it's even on paper. Should be even in the ring. This one's going to be an absolute war. I am so looking forward to this one. And I'll tell you what, if you're joining us now on DAZN, if you're just tuning in, you're tuning in at the right time. The champion, Ricky Santos, looking to defend the strap against King Kevin Walsh. Can Kevin Walsh continue that meteoric rise to the top? We'll see as round 1 gets underway.
This is more than just interesting fight to me because, you know, Kevin's the 130 and 135 pound winning champion, and Santos is the 126. But I look at the weigh-in, I'm looking at fighters next to each other. Santos is the bigger boxer.
Right, it's interesting. He does not look like he's overmatched in terms of size. It doesn't look like Walsh is a bigger fighter coming down in weight. He looks pretty natural in terms of the fit at a 126. And I always thought he would stay at 130 when he fought. But here he is trying to win a title in a 3rd weight class, which not a lot of guys can say they've done.
No, what's going to sound weird for me, I'd like to see one of the boxers box. But for some reason, I think both these boxers are just going to stay there and want to hit each other. They don't like each other.
No, this is a personal fight. These guys had a lot to say to one another. Ricky Santos has predicted a beating. Walsh has predicted a knockout as well. He says it's going to come, it's going to happen. He has shown that he can do that in fights where it appears on paper that he may not be the favorite. So I no longer will ever say that Kevin Walsh is overmatched. What I saw him do to Irvin Gonzalez here in November, I mean, that was real, page turner for me. It was an incredible fight, an incredible win. And it really shows that he belongs on this stage. And you look at the training he's had with Mike Cappiello, Mark DeLuca, his manager Rich Cappiello has got great tutelage on his side. They have done a fantastic job with Kevin Walsh, bringing him up and bringing him up quickly to get him to this point where he's 15-0.
And this is right here is what we need more, not just in the ring, but everybody. You got to clear your state up.
Yes.
A lot of these fighters are going around calling out world champions. You're supposed to. But if you can't clear your own backyard, how are you calling out somebody else?
Now, I agree 1,000%. This is where you really prove it at this level. These are the proven grounds, and CES Boxing is among the best, if not the best, in matching these kind of fights that the fans want to see. Fighters from rival cities and rival towns, they develop the rivalries and they get the fans invested, and the fans are invested in both fighters, as you can hear tonight. Whenever one fighter lands a punch, there's cheers on one side. When the opponent lands, there's cheers on the other side.
Yeah.
Kevin Walsh in the red and white trunks, Santos in the black. Santos is the reigning WBC US featherweight champion.
You got Santos coming forward, and Walsh, you know, he's boxing, flat-footed but boxing. He's backing it up. Like I said, the first fight we had, do you like the fighter who's coming forward landing, or do you like the fighter who's going backwards, out boxing and connecting?
And this is not only Walsh's first fight in this weight class, it's the first 10-round fight for both fighters. It's scheduled for 10. So a lot of interesting dynamics to think about as the fight progresses, if it does progress that far, and we'll talk about it if it does, in fact, happen. Final seconds here for round number 1. Good opening round, Ray. Both fighters showing some flashes, but a good feeling out for both sides.
It's definitely good feeling out round there. Like I said, you know, Santos is the guy coming forward, throwing the combinations, and you got Walsh who's backing up and trying to counter off the combination. See Walsh still right there. He's backing up, but he's throwing the combination, picking them apart. Then you got Santos who jumps in and lands his 3-4 big bangs. It was a tough round there. I got to give it to the champion. If you want, you got to go get it.
Both fighters right now are on a fast track to something big, and this is the fight that could get him there. Santos right now is ranked number 15 in the NABF, and Kevin Walsh is ranked number 18, so they're right there on the precipice. And this is what is a byproduct of winning one of these WBC belts, as it gets you in the conversation. Kevin Walsh has gotten there the hard way by just continuing to make that climb. If Kevin Walsh were to take the title tonight, that puts him in another stratosphere. And again, it makes him a 3-division champion. He beat Matt Doherty in March for the New England lightweight title after winning the super featherweight championship prior to that. So he's shown the ability to go up and down in weight. Made 126 with ease when you think about it. Came in at 125 yesterday, so I don't think that'll be a factor going forward.
I think the feeling out process is done for either one of these guys.
I think so too. Now we may see some action starting here in round number 2. Once again, Michael Parenti joined by Sucre Ray Oliveira, bringing you the first of our 3 title fights, our championship triple header here at Love and War, presented by CES Boxing. Kevin Walsh in the red and white trunks, Ricky Del Santos, the champion, in the black. Del Santos back for the first time since last February, taking the necessary time to heal in hand. And you know hand injuries can linger for a long time.
My hand is still hurting. I ain't fought in about 20-something years. But, you know, after when you get here, Del Santos probably, you know, the hand is no problem no more.
Yeah.
The adrenaline is rushing through me. I'm just going to come forward. If the hand hurts me, I'm going to feel it after the fight.
Ooh. Both guys get tangled up. Arthur McCanty doing a great job separating. Nice right-left combination by Walsh. Caught him with the left on the way out.
Del Santos he's got to put Walsh on his back foot. What that means is make him lean back. Yes, Walsh is going backwards, but his weight is even off. Put him on his back leg.
We've also seen Walsh not just in different weight classes, but against different levels of opponents. Irvin Gonzalez was a much taller, lankier fighter, and he stood up to that challenge. And now tonight, more of an evenly matched fighter from a physical standpoint. They're at the same eye level. Walsh doesn't have to figure out a way to charge in on the inside against a taller fighter. I think that may make him even more relaxed and more prone to come forward tonight. And he's always game to come forward.
Walsh is jabbing, but his right hand drops it. He keeps it low. Can Del Santos feint and jump with that left hook? See right here. Walsh has that right hand down. He's waiting and willing to throw it. But if you don't pick that up, it's going to get caught with Del Santos' left hook. Right there. Again.
Back-to-back left hooks there by Del Santos.
Walsh got to keep that right hand up.
And maybe, Ray, he's seeing exactly what you were seeing from ringside. Final 15 seconds here of round 2. Again, it's scheduled for 10. And Del Santos' WBC U.S. silver featherweight title on the line. First title defense for Ricky.
Del Santos, Walsh is jumping in with that right hand to the body, which is leaving vulnerable for that left hook of Del Santos. And he caught him all day with that left hook.
Good round for Del Santos, showed some patience. You take a look at Ricky Del Santos' corner, his father, who's been on the team since day one, and of course Orlando Valls, who has trained Ricky from the beginning. Orlando has trained many fighters through the years, including Vladimir Biasi. He has worked with Peter Manfredo Jr., among others, so he's had a hand in an investment in a lot of fighters. Rich Gingras is another one who comes to mind, and I've seen a lot of guys enter camp with Orlando and come out better for it. In the end, he's really done a good job of rehabilitating a lot of fighters and helping turn their careers around. He's been with Ricky from the start.
My thing is, and I'm not a hater, I just say I don't like it. That's what I don't like. I don't like the 2 captains in the corner. Both corners have 2 captains.
Interesting, yeah.
Capiello and Mark DeLuca. You know, you got Velez and Orlando. 2 captains.
That's right, Mike Veloz as well in the corner. I failed to mention that of Ricky Del Santos as well. And so, Ray, as we get into round number 3, is there a possibility that sometimes there are too many cooks in the kitchen?
And that's what I'm getting at. Yeah, you got too many captains in there. Somebody got to steer the ship. I'm not holding my left. You hold it with the right. No, I'm greedy. I'm taking range of this.
Well, you're training a fighter, Ray. If you're in a fight like this, training somebody, you want that fighter's eyes on you the whole time in the corner.
Yes.
In between rounds.
I don't need 2 directions. It's my directions. You're either with me, we got the same directions. You don't need to hear the same directions from 2 people. 1 person speaks. And they may say, well, one guy's a cut man. Yeah, is he really a cut man? In his head, he ain't thinking he's a cut man.
Right. No, that makes perfect sense here as we get into the early stages of round 3. Once again, this one is scheduled for 10. Del Santos again trying to come forward with that lead left hook. And Del Santos, he's a right-hander, but he's been using that left hand as a lead hand. Not just with the jab, but that left hook, Ray, as you mentioned, going to the body again.
Left hook to the body, left hook up top. He's walking him down. That jab is working all day.
Yeah, I was about to say the exact same thing. He's really starting to pick up a pace here. I think Del Santos is finding a rhythm. This is a spot where he's comfortable against Walsh as he walks him down, and it prevents Walsh from coming forward with that bulldog-style mentality that he's used to seeing.
Walsh has a slight abrasion on the right side of under his eye.
He does. The Del Santos fan base on its feet on the other side of the ring, and you got the Kevin Walsh fans on one side. It's amazing to see. These are the kind of fights, right, that make New England boxing a jewel of the sport, if you will. And this is what CES does best on this platform, as you're watching on DAZN. Two heated rivals in the ring.
Can Walsh catch Del Santos coming in? You know, Del Santos coming in, but he's coming in with punches. Walsh is trying to counter him with an overhand right as he steps in. But Dos Santos is throwing that left hook and bring that right hand back down to the body. 3 punches much better than 1, unless that 1 is a knockout punch. There goes that left hook to the body.
And Ray, you mentioned that abrasion under the right eye of Walsh, which makes sense because Del Santos has really been using the left hand, and that's what's been landing.
Don't want to see Walsh moving to the right. He's going to get caught with that left hook all day. He's going to move to his left. Oh, with Del Santos hurt there. His legs are wobbly. He got hit. His legs are wobbly.
Del Santos.
Yes, he got caught.
He's in some trouble. Here comes Walsh coming forward.
Walsh coming
with the right hand and the left hand. Del Santos.
He's got to take a knee. Or he's going to fight and get stopped.
Del Santos is getting peppered here at the end of round number 3. Will he get saved by the bell? The bell is rung, and Del Santos gets his bell rung again. So Kevin Walsh has Del Santos wobbly. They're still going at it. I don't think Del Santos realizes the bell rung.
He didn't realize the bell was rung. He didn't hear it.
I have never seen anything like that in my life. Del Santos kept coming forward, squaring up. Walsh's corner is barking from the other side. I just think Del Santos was stunned and didn't know what was happening.
You can see right here, as he's throwing punches, the bell is rung. And Walsh just continued throwing. It ain't my job to stop. It's up to the referee to jump in. He jumps in, but doesn't say the round is done. So Dos Santos thinks it's not done. I'm going to go back after him.
Very interesting turn of events in round 3. Just when we thought that Del Santos had established the pace, he gets clipped. And Walsh, in the final 25 seconds, a frenzied flurry of punches, and he landed some big, big shots there, Ray. It's going to take more than 60 seconds for Del Santos to fully recover from that.
Exactly. You wasted about 15 seconds there.
Yeah.
You only had 45 seconds to get back into it. The Kevin's going to go right after him.
Walsh is ready to come running out of the corner for round number 4.
That right hand is what caught him over the top.
We'll see if Del Santos is getting his bearings back. Here comes Walsh firing away again.
Del Santos got to sit still and just get your own weary back.
Rights and lefts by Kevin Walsh, and those are starting to get through, Ray. Del Santos' defense is not what it was in rounds 1 and 2. Walsh has turned the fight on its head. And it just happened in a matter of seconds in round 3. I didn't even see the punch that turned it around, but all of a sudden...
What happened was Walsh stepped to the left and dropped that right hand over the top. Like I said, he was going to the right too much, getting caught. He stepped to the left and threw that right hand over the top of Dos Santos' jab.
One thing you can say about Kevin Walsh, when he sees an opening, he goes after it. He did that at the end of round 3. And now the pace has slowed a little bit. Walsh had an early flurry there, but Del Santos has weathered at least the early part of the storm here in round 4. We'll see if Walsh can get the footing back, get his legs back, and try to get back into this fight.
Walsh is trying to counter up with that jab, with overhand right as he steps back.
Yeah, you know Walsh is looking for it again. It's what worked. It's what turned that fight around.
But he got to keep that right hand up.
And for Del Santos, if you're Del Santos, Ray, you want to get back to that left hand doing the damage.
And you want to keep coming forward, but come forward with that jab. Don't come without throwing it. Because Walsh will land that overhand right and change everything.
Stiff jab there by Del Santos, starting to work that left hand, looking a little more comfortable. Certainly in a better position than he was at the end of round number 3. That's the thing about Kevin Walsh, Ray. It's just one punch from him, he can turn an entire fight.
He changes it. He's not a quitter. He's a go-getter.
Good right hand there by Walsh.
Santos keeps dropping that left hand.
Arthur Mercanti splattered by sweat and blood. He got it in his eye. We saw him have to back up for a second. This has been a absolute war, and we're only in round 4 of a scheduled 10. There's a lot more in store if it gets that far. At this pace, it may not.
When that fighter steps to the right side, they're getting caught. When Ricky steps to his right, he gets caught with the overhand right. When Walsh steps to the right, he gets caught with a left hook.
No, you're right, Ray. It appears that both players have found a hole in the opponent's game.
Yeah.
They're trying to exploit it, and it's really going to come down to who can exploit it the most.
You know, even though, that round last 10 seconds was Walsh's, people saying, well, I give that to Walsh. There was no standing 8 count there.
Right.
I still give that round to Dos Santos. Yes, Walsh ended the round strong, but Dos Santos won the first 230.
There's the bell for round 4. Well, it'd be interesting if the judges feel the same way. You know, and you and I both know, the judges see those final 20-25 seconds. If they're undecided in that moment on that round, they will give it to the fighter who shows out in the last 25-30. So that's a strong possibility.
So is it a 3-2 fight so far or a 4-1 fight so far?
Very tough fight to call. Well, we're through 4 rounds, so we've got round 5 coming up. So could very well be an even fight through 4. I think it's been a very evenly matched fight. Clearly, Kevin Walsh has landed the bigger blows when you go back to those closing moments of round 3.
He landed the bigger blows in the last
last 25-30 seconds.
Yeah, the 3rd round.
But not a bad 4th round either. I think Walsh established a pretty good pace early. He went for the kill for the first 10-15 seconds, and then he pulled back a little bit as Walsh got his footing.
Caught with them jabs.
So it appears at the moment that Walsh has survived that early storm as we go into round number 5. It appears the footwork's fine. It does not appear that his legs are gone. And now we get back to maybe what we had in rounds 1 and 2. And the question is now, can Del Santos reestablish that pace that he had in those first 2 rounds?
When Walsh knows right now, I can hurt him.
Up, breaking the action here. It looks like they're just wiping down the canvas for a second, but also forgot the mouthpiece.
Walsh knows he can hurt him with that one punch. But don't rely on that one punch. Put the punches together with it. So again, is it 2-2 or 3-1? This is a big round right here. I was saying 3-2, 4-1. I thought it was round 6 coming up, round 5. So is it a 2-2 fight so far or a 3-1 fight?
Those are the only 2 scenarios I would consider at this point. I don't think either side has won 4 of the 4 rounds. So clearly, I agree with you, Ray. It's either 2-1 or rather 3-1 or it's 2-2, which obviously again makes round 5 a very big swing round as we get to the midway point of the fight. Pace has slowed a little bit here from what it was at the end of round 3 and the beginning of round 4, and that happens. There's a lot of ebb and flows in these longer fights. Ooh, nice exchange by both fighters. Both guys landing on that exchange.
I know I said earlier that Santos wants that left hook. You got to put a second punch behind it, a right hand. And again, with Walsh, it's the overhand right, but you put your left hook behind it. Someone's going to put the punches in combinations. 3-2 or 2-3. There we go, combinations.
Good combination by Walsh. Del Santos trying to dive back in. Halfway through round 5, once again, Michael Parenti and Sucre Ray Oliveira, ringside at Mohegan Sun Arena, live on DAZN. We thank you for joining us here at CES Boxing's Love and War.
Do you like the boxer coming forward or the boxer backing up, landing his combinations? That's what Dos Santos want to keep him on them ropes.
Del Santos is starting to come forward here in round 5. And it looks like, Ray, Del Santos may be in the process of getting this fight back in his favor.
He's definitely got him ahead on this round so far. But again, like I said, Ricky could change it with one. I mean, Walsh could change it with one punch.
And that's what makes these 10-round fights so intriguing, is the ebb and flow. Just when you think that one fighter may have this one in the bag or he has his opportunity, the opponent weathers that storm, he can get right back in the fight, and that's what Del Santos has done effectively here in round 5.
Del Santos got a brazier on top of his left eye, while Walsh has it in his left eye. Another right hand on top, but Ricky with his own right hand over the top. Here comes Walsh coming forward. He let that right hand go.
And there's the bell for round 5. Another exciting round. And Ray, it looks like we're in for a long one possibly. I didn't think we could survive at this pace, but these guys appear to be in it for maybe a full 10 here, the way they're going.
I hope so. The way they're going to make it interesting. I win 2, you win 2.
Yeah.
I win 1, you win 1. You know, on that round there, I had Ricky in the beginning. Walsh was waiting for him to land that right. It's there for him. Just throw it more often. Don't wait. Don't give away rounds. Do we have it 4-5-2-2 or 3-2?
Well, it's tough. I'll tell you, these are some tough rounds to score, as both fighters have their moments within the rounds and even within the overall larger picture of the fight, where it seemed like Del Santos had the early start, Walsh had that surge in the middle, and now Del Santos is starting to slowly reestablish his pace and his comfort level. So now I think the onus going into round 6 is on Walsh to try to get back in it and come forward and try to make Del Santos.
Yeah. 3-2 Del Santos.
And you really want, at this point, to make Del Santos uncomfortable if you're Kevin Walsh. We've shown that if he comes forward and lands, you know, Del Santos is going to be certainly on his toes for that. So here we go, round number 6. Again, this one's scheduled for 10. The champion, Ricky Del Santos, defending the WBC U.S. Silver Featherweight title for the first time against King Kevin Walsh. A lot at stake for both fighters. Bragging rights, titles, and possible rise in the NABF rankings as well.
Both fighters have found the combinations great from both corners. They're both trying to establish the jab with Walsh the overhand right and Del Santos with the left hook. See, that's what Del Santos got to stop. He's coming in, but not letting his hands go. Where Walsh is letting his hands go as soon as he gets there.
Nice combinations by Walsh. Lands a big right hand in the left.
His legs are wobbly.
He had him backpedaling with that left hook prior to that flurry. So Walsh is starting to pick up the pace here a little bit in round 6. We'll see how Del Santos responds.
Walsh is just digging down and letting that big right hand over the top come. He's going to throw out while Del Santos is throwing.
Both cheering sections going toe-to-toe here too, Ray.
Del Santos is waiting. Don't wait. Punch while he punches. Continue punching. Don't wait. You give a second out. Walsh will land it.
Great pace by both fighters here, and we're still a little more than halfway through. 4 more rounds to go at this pace if this gets through round 6.
Walsh is just waiting to throw that big right hand. He wants to end it, but you gotta let those hands go. Del Santos overhand right.
And now Del Santos starting to pick up some pace here at the end of round number 6. Final 30 seconds.
That's what Del Santos don't want, though. He doesn't want a hit-to-hit fight with Walsh. Let those hands go. Del Santos, let him go. He's going to plant with that right foot. Every time he brings right foot in, he's vulnerable for that right, overhand right from Walsh. This is where Walsh picks it up all the time. But he's waiting for the last 10 seconds.
Oh, big right hand by Walsh. Right at the bell. Stuns Del Santos momentarily. Man, this action's been incredible in this fight. 6 rounds in the books. Nice ending for Walsh. Whether he did enough to win the round is a entirely different story.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, Ray, every round has been close and defined by a few moments here and there. Take a look at some of the replay action.
You can see when Ricky waits, he's gone. He's bending with his waist and he's waiting there. But when he throws, he's connected. Both fighters are letting the other one get off and wait. It's honestly like the other fighter's too scared to throw while the other one's throwing. Don't want to get hit, but it's called boxing. You're gonna get hit.
That's the name of the game. Del Santos still using that left hand effectively against Walsh, while Walsh has come through with the straight rights. He landed a straight right just before the bell in round 6 that momentarily stunned Del Santos. There have been some very healthy exchanges at the end of these rounds that really can sometimes be round defining, if you will, but we don't know if that was enough to change the tide there in round 6, and not really sure if the judges are favoring one style over another. But what we do know is we're in round 7, 4 more to go. Again, this one is scheduled for 10. King Kevin Walsh in the red and white trunks, and Ricky Del Santos, the champion, in the black. The first of 3 title fights here at Love and War, presented by CES Boxing.
Ricky's keeping his head right there. Walsh is landing that straight right. He's walking in with that straight right. Can he get time with that left hook, though?
Just touch him. Just touch him.
Walsh has shown that he can hurt Ricky.
Yes.
Ricky hasn't shown that he can hurt Walsh. Has he landed big punches? Yeah, but nothing to wobble the legs. Except right there. He caught me with that. He caught him right there with that left hook. That wobbled the legs.
That was a big one, probably the biggest punch of the night for Del Santos. Given the result, we'll see if he can make the most of it, if he can build on that momentum swing.
I think all you gotta do is ask and it happens. You can't come in with nothing, though. Let that jab off.
Nice uppercut by Del Santos to the body. And now Del Santos trying to come forward. Walsh just ducking down, and the Arthur McCanty warning him about it.
You know, we say every round's a big round, but this is a big round right here. It's round 7.
Del Santos getting back into his comfort zone a little bit here.
3-3.
Oh, the big right here by Kevin Walsh! He has dropped Del Santos. He dropped Ricky Del Santos. Walsh is on the apron thinking he won the fight.
We have a minute left. Wyatt, both corners.
Fight's not over yet. The cornermen are on their apron. The fight's not over. No, he's got Del Santos wobbled again. They're not sure what's going on. Arthur McCanty's separating both fighters. The fight's not over. Now it's over.
No, it's not over.
Or is it over?
No,
I'm not sure what is happening here. They've lost complete control of this fight. I mean, Ray, Arthur McCanty's going to be more decisive about this. Is the fight over or is it not over? Why is he separating the 2 fighters before anything happens? The fight goes on. The fight's going to continue. You got to let him fight. They're going to touch gloves. They've wasted 20 seconds here.
The clock should have not been stopped. They stopped the clock.
Now Del Santos gets hit again. Here comes Walsh charging. Del Santos trying to fight back.
He's still throwing.
Del Santos is wobbly. Can he survive these final 30 seconds?
We have 20 seconds left in this fight.
Big right hand by Walsh.
He's coming forward, landing. We're down to 15. Can he survive the last 10 seconds here? The bell ended with 10 seconds left.
Well, the bell does not match the time clock that is on the scoreboard, but regardless, Ray, there's mass confusion in this round. Del Santos went down like a ton of bricks. We'll see the replay here.
Right here is that right hand over the top. He got hit first with a left hook.
That's earlier in the round.
Yes, and then Walsh comes back.
Oh, my goodness. Now, at that point, the corners think the fight is over. People are on the ring apron.
And again, he throws another right hand over the top.
That was the knockdown. Now, there was another flurry. I got confused myself, Ray. Arthur McCanty stepped in. I'm not sure why he stepped in the moment where he did. I want to see the full replay at some point. I'll take a look later on, but I think
he stepped in and was given an 8 count. Everyone thought he was stopping the fight.
Well, I mean, the second time. There was a second time where he stepped in, and I was confused as to why he did that. I thought he was waving it off, and so did, I think, both corners.
I think he waved off that it wasn't a knockdown. It was a push or a slip.
Yeah.
As you can see right here, here it goes. Nope, that's the first one again.
Yeah, we haven't seen, and now we have the ringside physician, Dr. Michael Schwartz, checking out Ricky Del Santos before the action resumes here in round 8. Just a lot of confusion at the end of round 7. But be that as it may, what's not confusing is that Kevin Walsh, again, is in control of this fight after scoring a huge knockdown in round 7.
He has proven he has that one-punch knockout.
Del Santos got back to his feet like Tyson Fury against Deontay Wilder, if you remember that fight, where we thought Fury was out on his feet.
He can't bend with his waist. When he bends with his waist,
Walsh knocks him down a second time, and that's it. The fight is over. King Kevin Walsh is your new WBC U.S. Silver Featherweight Champion. What a performance by King Kevin Walsh.
He proven everybody wrong again. He is a knockout puncher.
Do not doubt Kevin Walsh, or do so at your own risk. He once again comes through swimmingly. A huge knockout victory over Ricky Del Santos. What a sensational fight. Now, what can you say about Kevin Walsh?
The last fight, that was 3 of our
We still have 2 more title fights to come. I mean, the action's just beginning. Ricky Del Santos, for a moment, protesting the stoppage, but Ray, he was out, and it was going to get worse. Del Santos did not have his legs at that point in the fight.
I still don't believe it should have been stopped. I want a fighter to go on his feet.
Sure.
Yes, the referee being cautious. That's the second one I believe is being too cautious. Both fighters were landing. Big right hand. If you didn't stop the fight after that right hand, the Del Santos fell in his face, I don't think you stopped that after the other one.
So Kevin Walsh does it again. We're going to send it up to our ring announcer, Adam Palazzo, with the particulars.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, 27 seconds into round number 8, by TKO, and new WBC US Silver Featherweight Champion of the World, King Kevin Walsh.
Walsh does it again, the knockout victory.
Right, Kev, I'm here with the winner, the new champion. Kev, I get you at the interview every single time, and you always show the best emotion of any fighter in the ring because of how much work you put into it, and the fans appreciate it. They can feel that off of you. But talk to us about that second to last round. I mean, it looked like Ricky was not going to get up. He came back up. He continued the fight. What was that like? Because it looked like you had him out. He came back, and you had to dig down deeper again.
It was just like another test of my life, man. A big challenge. You know, I heard him, but I didn't take him down. I knew I had to keep going, man, and stay strong, and I got him. That's it, man.
Did you have to find a next gear there to be able to take him out?
Yeah, definitely had to find the next gear. Ricky's a tough kid, fast fighter. Hats off to Ricky, but like I said, the king is here, baby.
The king is here, and the king has some new hardware. Kev, you finally have a green belt around your shoulder. What's this feeling like?
Man, it means the world. I've been working my ass off my whole life. My whole life, man. I went to jail. I fucking lost all my brothers, man. Lost all my family. This one right here was for all my lost ones, all my lost soldiers. I love you guys so much. My friends, my family, my coaches, Mark DeLuca, Billy, Michael Capiello, Rich Capiello. Man, everybody here that supports me. But once again, I love you guys, man. Thank you.
Now, Kev, you talked about what you've lost. How about what you've gained? Not only do you have this belt, but let's hear Mohegan Sun, Brockton, Massachusetts, for your new WBC US Silver Championship, Kevin Walsh.
Once again, Kevin Walsh is your new WBC US Silver Featherweight Champion. If you love that, you're going to love these next 2 fights. We've got plenty more to come. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us on DAZN.